How to spend 24 hours in Canberra, Australia's capital city, and is it worth visiting? I woke up in Little Drifter hostel as I'd taken the Greyhound bus from Sydney the previous evening. Little Drifter is located in Canberra's CBD, so it's really easy to do a lot of sightseeing as soon as you step outside. For breakfast, I headed to Chapter 4 Cafe and had the scramble, which was so delicious, and a huge mocha that was definitely needed for the cold weather outside. This was on the way to my first landmark of the day, which was the Australian War Memorial and Museum. The memorial and reflection pool area are so stunning, and I'd highly recommend coming here during your visit and spending a few hours in the museum as well. You can also see the whole way to the old and new Parliament houses from here, which is very, very cool. Early June was a perfect time to visit Canberra, as autumn is my favourite season and the trees were so stunning and so colourful, plus the weather was the perfect fall type, like blue skies, but a little cold. I grabbed a coffee from the Cupping Room, which is a very popular spot and quite like a Japanese tea room, so definitely worth stopping by. I then headed over to Lake Burley Griffin to see the famous Captain Cook Memorial Jet. The jet blasts 147 metres into the air in the middle of the lake. I don't know why either, but it was pretty cool to see, and yes, also a little random. Just note that it only operates between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. every day. Then I walked over to the National Library of Australia, which looks incredible from the outside, but I wasn't so impressed on the inside, although there is a cafe and a bookstore here to browse. Next was Old Parliament House, which is now the Museum of Australian Democracy. All museums in Canberra are free, which is so amazing and a big reason to visit the capital and learn about Australian history. Outside Old Parliament House, you'll also find the Aboriginal Tent Embassy. This is a permanent peaceful protest set up in the 1970s to fight for Aboriginal rights. Behind Old Parliament House, you'll also find the current Parliament House, which you can also tour and visit the rooftop for panoramic views of Canberra. For an early dinner, I headed to Dumpling King for some really tasty noodles and dumplings. The portions here are huge and so cheap as well. I was back at Little Drifter for their relaunch party and took a tour of the renovations, seeing the rooftop cinema and beautiful rooms. I really can't wait to come back and stay here again in a few weeks' time. The next morning, I was taking the 6:30 a.m. Greyhound back to Sydney, and this was the only coffee spot open, so good to know if you're also an early traveller like me. Let me know if there's anything I missed in Canberra, but I'm heading back in a few weeks to do some more sightseeing, and I'd highly recommend adding it to your Australian travels.